Hey everyone, Demonite here, and in this video I want to talk about splash damage and grenade damage resistance in Borderlands 3. So, as you may already know from my grenade damage video, splash damage in Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel is a bit unpredictable. There's no real pattern to what weapons with splash damage do get grenade damage boosts and what don't, and some weapons didn't get it for no apparent reason. For example, Malivan snipers. They do have splash damage separate from their bullet, but it doesn't get boosted, except for the Volcano and Storm. In Borderlands 3 I would definitely like to see this changed. I think all weapons that aren't pure splash damage, like rocket launchers, should get grenade damage boosts, considering grenade damage still works the same in Borderlands 3 as it does now. However, a much better solution would be that splash damage becomes its own type of damage. So you'd have stat increases that only increase your splash damage of weapons like skills or class mods. Like this you could really make area of effect builds that truly focus on splash damage and aren't just grenade builds using certain guns. Also, splash damage doesn't have to be the only stat that could be boosted, of course. Splash radius is another thing that could be boosted by certain skills, and it would definitely make such builds viable as long as the boosts are balanced. Another thing could be adding splash damage to non-splash damage guns, like some sort of kill skill, of course with it being a relatively small boost to not push any guns to broken levels. But let's move to grenade damage resistance. That was one thing that really annoyed me in these two games. I'm still not completely sure how exactly it works and why it even exists, but it's there. Apparently some specific enemies in the game have a very huge grenade damage resistance. For example, an OP8 constructor has a grenade resistance of 75 to 80%. For mobbing in general, grenade damage resistance doesn't affect the gameplay too much, but the fact that you have to use something different for, let's say, constructors, Saturn and so on is pretty annoying and unnecessary. However, for raid bosses it's just plain stupid that you take away the ability to use TDO reloads on them, in my opinion. Even if we ignore characters like Krieg and Axton, who would benefit greatly from this, being able to use TDO weapons on any class in a big fight would be good, as TDO reloads are generally high cost, high damage killing tools. But going back to, for example, Axton, it takes away the ability of him to very quickly kill raid bosses like he can on Vorashidos, Hyperius and Chromorax. He can still quickly kill them, as you probably know since you're on my channel, but not as fast as other raid bosses, and those are only the absolute fastest kills possible. For people just playing the game normally, TDO reloads would make raid bosses much easier. And if you think Axton would be overpowered if he could pull that off on all raids, I really don't want any type of item resistances in Borderlands 3. Of course elemental resistances make sense, but imagine having a melee or gun damage resistance on an enemy. It would be absolutely stupid. What do you guys think about this? Feel free to leave a comment and a rating under the video if you want to. Anyway, thanks for watching and see ya everyone.